We are going to tidy up this flower bed. It's 2 days after Christmas in Virginia, and unbelievably it's going to be 60 degrees today. This is a good example of what you can clip. This is a native Virginia penstemon plant, and it doesn't have any seed heads, just sticks. And I leave the sticks during the summer because bees will actually go down into hollow stems and make nests. So don't go into your flower beds and just cut everything to the ground. There is a purpose in nature for dead stems. So we're just going to cut this back right to the green foliage. That's actually spring growth already. These are black-eyed Susan pods, and the birds love the seed that is in there, so we're going to leave that. Here's some more of this penstemon. This is a perennial flowering plant, and it's dead. Just be trimmed. This is a Siberian iris from last year that we actually have a video of when we divided this plant probably 3 years ago. And this is shrubby, kind of grassy looking, and we will leave that for the rest of the winter. And in spring this will be ready to cut, and it will pretty much come out of the ground on its own. It's another good indicator when to remove foliage. There's some dead peony foliage, and we can remove that. It is kind of shrubby looking. It's not particularly grassy. Don't take all your leaves out of your flower beds. Leaves provide a lot of nutrition, a lot of earthworm activity underneath those leaves. Earthworms come and decompose those leaves, use it as their own food. And another little potted plant, you can see the little seed pods. This is an Acaciana. We're going to leave that as well for the birds. Now this little grouping, there's some dead daylily foliage and silver artemisia, and all of this really can be taken out right now. It doesn't have any seed pods, and basically some of it just comes right out. Just pull it out. Daylily, good indicator that it can be removed. So we're leaving a lot of leaves, and of course you don't want to touch anything that's green because that is next year's growth. You can leave all of this until spring. I just like being outside in the winter on the warm days. I'm just doing a little bit of tidying up, nothing serious. We're not going to get our rakes or do anything like that right now to disturb the soil. This is my bucket load. That's all I took out. We'll stay this way until spring. The leaves can go into the soil, help the plants, and help the worms. This is our front flower bed. It has a lot of seed heads, pods for the birds. There's some anise, white native aster seed, a lot of seed. Some garlic chives. Some more aster. And I leave all of this so the birds will have something to eat. There's hibiscus. This was kind of pretty, so I left it. Sage. Perella. Beautyberry. Valaria. Trim off some of the lamb's ears because they just were out in the driveway and dead. No Shasta daisies. Those twigs have been pruned. There weren't any seed heads. That's foxglove. Some coneflower seed head. Here's some verbena. This is another Virginia native called wild sienna. These are all seed pods for the birds. This is a sunflower head, really big sunflower head, that we have wedged in between two sticks for the birds to get seed from. And we have a suet cake. I really like our bird bath. It's a satellite dish that was mounted to our house when we moved in. We do not have dish or cable, so we buried it in the ground, turned it upside down, took some caulk and caulked the screw heads, which are down in the bowl, so it wouldn't leak. And this is just really great. It's really easy to clean. Birds don't seem to mind a slick surface. It's working really well.